tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Down to the 25.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Love going to give this one to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go, D. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll try and run one with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
49ers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Jones. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Love now on second down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Love with a give to Dillon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Love. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
At their own 27-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Love from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Jones. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. the play fake. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The pass intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gold is able to put it through. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The kickoff for San Francisco.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Working out of the gun. Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. From the gun, Love. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Going back to Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To the air again, Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field, because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 34.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
This kick is good.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Packers 6. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already...
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
To number 32.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
The ball didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike 54.
Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to give to Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. To throw on 3rd down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us. And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Packers 15. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
And 8 at the Packers 12.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They're going to look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Goal down for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay, this is a ball game now, baby.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Love looking to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
27, Packers 15.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Love back to it here after the pick 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Today's final score, Niners.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.